Hey guys, not really, not in the mood to be making videos, but I don't know, I need this distraction. I think a lot of people out there need the distraction, so I'll make this a short one, and hopefully it's something that helps distract you too. Everybody knows what Sesame Street is, right? I don't think there's a person in most developed countries that don't know what Sesame Street is. It's a long-running production. It's for kids. It's been around since, I believe, the 60s. The late 60s may have been the pilot episode. It's crazy. I mean, it's such an innovative show. It was one of the first shows, I believe, to incorporate like education and educational goals. They even measured it, well, you know, while they were developing it. And I don't really know much about its production today. I still watch a lot of it today. I love it, actually. It's this little opportunity for my daughter and I. It's a little treat we have together. We watch Sesame Street, and we pick a letter of the day, and we try to find it throughout the day. Maybe a Saturday here or there, we try to fit in an episode or part of an episode of Sesame Street. First, before we finish Sesame Street, let's talk about a topic of disruptive innovation. The catchphrase that's just used constantly, but all these disruptions that entrepreneurs are trying to make. Talk to most entrepreneurs, and it's like they're trying to disrupt some industry, or they're trying to replace something. Another common one is like, we're the email killer, we're the, you know, gonna replace Excel. Everybody's trying to disrupt and just remove all of this stuff around us. Sesame Street hasn't replaced anything. Sesame Street doesn't replace schools. Kids still go to school. It doesn't replace reading. We still read a ton of books to my daughter, and no one's probably not reading because they're watching some Sesame Street. Libraries stuck around after Sesame Street came out. It's barely even replaced other shows. Maybe a little bit we're not watching some other show, but my daughter doesn't now not watch Paw Patrol or something that's maybe a little less educational, a little bit more maybe entertaining. I don't think anybody could argue that Sesame Street wasn't innovative, but it's not disruptive. But what does that even mean? I mean, Sesame Street's been a pretty successful operation in its longevity and its education. I would say it's a success. So what do you classify Sesame Street as? It's definitely not a disruptive innovation. Well, the two authors of Blue Ocean Strategy came out with a new book. I think it just came out like last week. It's called Blue Ocean Shift. I highly recommend checking it out if you're a fan of the whole blue ocean strategy phenomenon. In short, people who aren't familiar with it, red oceans are, you know, competitive marketplaces that are red because of the bloody competitive nature of them. Instead, let's find new oceans that aren't blood red from all this cutthroat competition. The authors of Blue Ocean Shift, they're the ones who coined a new term called non-destructive creation. No, that's not right. Non-destructive innovation. Non-destructive innovation? Sesame Street being just one case of theirs in this book, but people who've been able to create new markets and innovations and products that didn't really replace anything before, but they're offering a new opportunity because it solves a problem that's kind of been overlooked and not solved very well before. And so it's not really replacing anything, it's not throwing away what we had before, but it's simply just adding something brand new to the marketplace. It's a great lesson and reminder about, you know, challenging like what we're constantly trying to do, which is like we see competition, we're trying to replace something. You know, whether it's some of the basics out there like email and Excel, or you pick your competitor and you're like, that thing sucks. You know, they should be using me instead. And that's maybe a pretty myopic way of looking at something, and it blocks you from seeing opportunities where you can create something that either augments what's already out there, or it just introduces something completely new no one's even thought of solving before. That's it. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope I hope good things for you and everyone. And I hope you're getting some sleep and just life isn't weighing you down too much. Take care, everybody, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. Bye, guys.